All right, everyone, and hello. Welcome back to number 192. Emerald Congalala, our 20th anniversary Monster Hunter countdown. First appearance, Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. Man, I remember in that game, there's like some heavy bowgun training. I wasn't that good back then, and he was like a hard wall. I did it years later, and I'm like, wow, this is easy. But back then, he was tough. But ever since then, he's been kind of a favorite monster of mine. He's a lot of fun. We're going to be fighting him in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. Here is his G-Rank armor set. Reminds me of like a biker gang sort of inspired look. That's neat. I think those are his claws on the boots. Such a cool detail. We're actually going to be using his weapons as well. I was able to just barely make them, so I think it was like one extra quest to farm him, and we were able to make them. So we will actually be using his full set here. So that's kind of interesting. I'd say overall the set looks good. It's a little... It definitely works as a whole. It's just kind of a weird hole. Like, what's with the cod piece? Like, what is that? Set itself, Adrenaline, Mushromancer, Bombardier. Close to getting you full weakness exploit. You got to deco that in, and then I put on attack. Weapons are decent, not amazing raw dual blades. I think their intended use is to use free element so that they become pretty good sleep dual blades. They are among the best sleep dual blades in the game, outside of maybe like relic ones. Hit zones, mostly weak to ice. Impact on the head, which is great. Also really weak to stun. Only issue is that when he's stunned, it's hard to land the triple pound on the head. Otherwise, going for the tail with blades is good. Going for the tail with ice is really good. 30% is a amazing elemental hit zone. So ice dual blades in the tail would be Chef's Kiss. Pretty good. We're gonna spend a little while fighting today. We're gonna spend a little bit longer only because I find him very entertaining. He is just such a weird, interesting monster. He has so many different moves. He reacts in so many different ways. He's got RNG elements that will change a little bit how the fight plays out. He will occasionally eat a mushroom. And depending on what mushroom he eats, he will get a different breath attack. So, you know, it could be poison, it can be paralysis, it can be blast. It can just be stink. I think he sprays out stink sometimes. I remember using him a lot in Monster Hunter Stories 2. There's a fun monster there. I think I ended up teaching some of his moves to Nergigante, and they would use like the stink breath move on the other enemy. Really funny. And so when he's enraged, he farts a lot normally, but when he's enraged, he's just like always farting. He's got a move where he'll swing around from these vines and he just farts every time. It's like wild. Like, look at that. Oh, it's so creative, so cool. He does have claw breaks and a head break. You can break the mushroom, but I don't know if it actually... It gives you a shiny usually. I don't think you get a specific reward. Bringing heal cats is really nice. They'll cleanse you of the stink debuff. Mushromancer is also nice. Lets you use your dragon toadstools as max potions. I'll show off some of the other ones later. It's not a bad skill. I mean, you know, it's not discreetly better than just bringing the items you need to bring, but it is okay. Look at this. He goes ass out and then farts. That's so wild, man. That is so crazy. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get him locked in on the vines. And it's kind of hard. But whenever he's been pitfall trapped or been knocked out of the vines, he's a very funny animation. He's just got funny animations in general. Yeah, he's got like at least 2 different ways that he climbs up. So neat thing is that for Blade Masters, you want to be hitting his tail, but like he is farting with every other move. So, you know, I mean, it could be worth bringing Stink Resist if you're going solo, especially if you're not bringing cats or whatever, or if you're going multiplayer. So yeah, I wasn't able to get him in this trap enraged. He will usually fart while he's in it, but at the very least, you can see him kicking his little legs. Oh, it's so good. Oh, he's so funny. Everything about him is just funny. He is strong, though. He does have, like, insta charges and stuff like that comes out constantly. I mean, and a lot of times you'll be, you know, mid-combo and he'll get enraged and start farting on you. I like that. I think it's interesting. It's not, like, as heavy of a punish as you'll see something like in World, where monsters are doing counters and things like that. Because it's not, like, non-stop. But it is enough that it kind of keeps you on your toes. So he'll get hungry. And he will run away, and he's actually going to grab a mushroom from this pile here, because he didn't have one in his tail, and he found a poison one. Toadstool, I guess. So now his breath will do poison. You see my cats are actually getting poisoned there. But, you know, he can do, like I said, he can do blast, or he can do para as well. That's a nice combo off on the tail. And so Adrenaline's on this set, which is fine for dual blades on him in a way. Only because, like, the tail does take such good damage. But at the same time, it's like, you know, if I were min-maxing, I would absolutely go for a heavy ice build. At least with dual blades. So now, in, like, I don't know if I got it captured. He just straight up pulls his own crap out of his own ass. And then he throws it at you. Like, his moves just don't end. Like, I know this is an older game. Like, I know this is for the 3DS. And especially nowadays, there's probably a lot of people that are like, oh, you know, why would I play an old game? And there he goes. He killed me with his stomach. Why do I play an old game, but I can play the new games? But it's like, the amount of move variety and stuff like that is crazy in the old games. So Parashroom's going to give us defense up. I think that's an armor skin. And I think this is a demon drug with the Nitro Shroom. And then Mope Shroom is the same thing as a dash juice. Not Mega Dash Juice, just dash juice. So it'll last for 3 minutes. And that's kind of nice. It's kind of helpful. So here, he's going to get exhausted. He roars. He doesn't usually actually have a roar that triggers earplugs. But that is kind of like a long thing. If you just incidentally had earplugs, it's actually kind of a big opening. But he's going to try and go eat here soon. God, when he's exhausted or when he's trying to leave, like especially when he's hungry, his openings are huge. There was one fight when I was farming him. I basically had him flinch locked because I would knock him down and then he would get up and he would sniff for the food and then I would knock him down again. So he's trying to eat a Parashroom, but because I was able to flinch him out in time, he's still going to remain hungry and he's not going to have the Parashroom effect. So the timing is really tight there, but if you can get it, like the risk to reward, like, you know, say you wanted to sharpen, say you wanted to heal, you could just push through that pain. It's worth it. You know, I'm a little worried about his mouth there, but like, I don't even think that has an active hitbox. I'm going to try and break his head. He's got a head break. Not as easy for Blade Master as it would be for Hammer. You know, 45 raw with 15 element is kind of, I mean, it's okay. But for dual blades, you kind of wish you had the element. A lot of trips on this guy. I don't remember him tripping so much. And so this is what I was talking about before. Like, if you were a Hammer here, like, I think the only way to guarantee getting that head hitbox is if you were doing a super pound. Like, I don't think you can land the golf swing on that. Not consistently. So overall, really great fight. Probably one of the most enjoyable. There's the head break. One of the most enjoyable I've done in the series so far. Happy I got the dual blades. You know, I don't know that I'll ever do relic farming. And so in that case, if I was ever to fight something super weak to sleep, I already have really great sleep dual blades. The set itself, I guess, does already have Bombardier on it. Not that, you know, it's a hard skill to gem in, but, you know, it's helpful. I'm sure I'll come across something where I'll be happy I have them. Big fart. Big fart move there. Difficult to avoid if you're out of position. I had a fun time. I had a really fun time. This is probably going to be our longest video so far. I just can't help it. That claw move hits so hard, and yet it gives you such a large opening. Here's the ride. You get to see a little bit of a riding animation on him. He goes pretty wild. A little reminiscent of Rajang, right? For you, dual blades are also interesting. I think this is the first game that introduced like real Archdemon mode. It's certainly an upgrade off of 3 Ultimate or Portable Third, whatever, wherever you want to start it. It's neat. I'm still getting used to it. I've not done too many dual blades in For You. Okay, items. Emerald Congalala fur, an emerald-laden fur that boasts better quality, making it perfect for forging. Emerald Congalala Hard Claw, the claw of an Emerald Congalala. So hard, it turns giant trees to sawdust. Interesting. Vibrant Comb, an Emerald Congalala's comb, signifies that it's the leader of the pack. Vivid in color. Sure is. And you sure are a vivid monster, Emerald Congalala. Thank you so much for existing. You were so fun coming out of that horrible run of monsters. What a... and I hate to say it, breath of fresh air, even from his ass. Okay, up next, 190, Purple Ludroth, the first signifier that subspecies were going to be good. He is a great one. Very important in the significance of Monster Hunter. Thank you again for watching. I love you. Goodbye.